I know everyone watching this is absolutely plagued wondering what is always going through that girl's mind, because, I only mention it to you about once a month, so I'm going to fill you in. The thing that sits in my brain all the time is this question: what is the real estate market doing? What is it doing? And if you like thinking about that a lot, maybe you should be a realtor, because it takes up way more than its fair share of my gray matter. And you could enjoy this too. Get your license. I'm Mary Schumann. I'm a realtor in the Twin Cities, and sometimes I wish I could think of just anything else but what the real estate market is doing, but I can't. It's just such a part of my daily life. And now with the rate of inflation falling and the Fed signaling interest rate drops when they meet in a few days here, and knowing where we are here in the Twin Cities area in comparison to everywhere else in the United States as far as market conditions are concerned, we are not in a buyer's market here. Check out this map of what it looks like in the rest of the country versus here in the Twin Cities area, and you may be surprised. I'm afraid that it's top of my mind all the time, and it's really fun for my husband or daughter when they wonder what I'm thinking about, and nearly always it's real estate, because, I'm so fun. Beyond housing prices and interest rates, etc., I want to tell you about what is happening with buyer agent commissions as well. It's a question that I get a lot. Not shocking, since most people did not know if this NAR settlement was going to be earth-shattering or just a blip. All right, so let's start with interest rates. Yesterday, another agent posted on social media that a client of his locked into a 30-year conventional mortgage at 5.75%. He did say that they had paid the rate down a little bit, but it's still happening. Rates are dropping. We were close to 8% not long ago, and I come to this with a mix of happiness and fear. I'm happy for all of you that need and want lower interest rates on your mortgage. Maybe more people will put their homes up for sale because they can afford to get a new one now. But I do suspect that this will create a lot more competition here for homes and start driving prices up again with competitive offers. As they say in corporate America, which I am eternally grateful to no longer be a part of, let's put a pin in this so we can circle back later. What we're pinning down are prices and demand as of today in the middle of September. So I'm really curious. I would love it if you could comment and let me know if you think having lower interest rates is worth the upward push that it's going to have on prices. When I look at median prices for previously owned homes in the 7-county metro area, we have had basically flat values since March. It was $395,000 as a median price then, and then it went up a little bit to $400,000 and has stayed there ever since. And that's a really long run at one single price. The average price is a little bit higher than that at $484,000. Another metric that I like to look at is the month supply of inventory, and this tells you how long it would take to sell everything that's currently on the market if nothing else were added. It's the speed at which homes are being absorbed by buyers. You might also hear this referred to as the absorption rate. A general rule is that if the number of months that it takes to absorb the homes is 5 or less, it is considered a seller's market. 5 to 6 months is a balanced market, and 6 or more months favors buyers. We have been in a seller's market for many years, and we are still in a seller's market. I apparently suck at surprises because I think I might have mentioned that once already in this video. Anyway, Anoka County on the north side of the city and Ramsey County, which is St. Paul, are the two counties that still remain under 2 months worth of supply. Carver County is over 3 months, and the rest are sitting between 2.2 and 2.5 months worth of inventory. More homes have been listed after Labor Day. People here are very invested in the state fair. They want to get the rest of their summer hurrahs in and then get those kids off to school. So we see a little bit of a lull, and now we see a bump in inventory. We are also seeing an increase in the number of homes that have moved to pended status, which means for sale and past contingencies and just waiting to close. Snow starts to fly here at the end of October, and I'm not saying it sticks, but alarm bells start to go off for people, and that can be hard to remember for a lot of people right now. It's 85 degrees out in September. But we do have this burst of housing energy from now until about Thanksgiving, a bit of a slowdown for the holidays, and then it's back to the races in January. Okay, so let's talk about commissions, because this was the hot topic. I mean, forever it felt like, or for months. But it turns out that it's really not that hot after all. The NAR settlement went into effect about a month ago on August 19th. A week prior to that, the MLS stopped publishing seller or broker compensation for buyer's agents in the MLS or to any of those sites that feed off the MLS, like Realtor.com. And a week before that, on August 1st, the Minneapolis Area Association of Realtors issued their new forms incorporating all of these settlement changes. So in other words, we have been living in this new world for about 6 weeks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I am going to link to the video that I did on the NAR settlement, and you can read all about it, watch all about it there. In that amount of time, though, I just wanted to let you know, I've had 4 buyers go under contract on homes, one of them twice because we abandoned that contract and went to a different home after it failed inspection. And I've also put a home for sale. And I am currently also working with a couple of other active buyers that are not under contract yet, but that means I have been having conversations with listing agents about whether or not their sellers are contributing to buyers agents' commissions or not. And so, drumroll, what has the verdict been overall? Well, basically, I see no change to the number of sellers that are paying a buyer's agent's commission. Every transaction has contributed to the buyer's agent's commission. One seller wasn't doing it as a cooperatively agreed upon thing with their listing agent, but they wanted it as part of the negotiation. The listing agent had told them what to expect. We did not end up offering on that property, but that was not the reason. When I discussed the options with my seller, their response was basically that they preferred not to play games, that it should be offered, and let's just get on with this process and get the home sold. I think that the way we did things in the past was done that way for a reason. It enables buyers to pay their agents and be represented without having to bring more cash to the table, and that also means that sellers are able to appeal to a much broader buyer pool. The problem that they said they were fixing with this NAR settlement was transparency, and I maintain that what actually happened is it's become less transparent because it's not published anywhere. But the world has continued to spin pretty much the same way that it was before. All right, so I do want to give you a few other terms that you may want to know about when it comes to accepted offers right now, and a place that we can stick another pin as we wait to see what happens after the Fed meets this week. So sellers are getting between 99 and 100% of their asking price, although I will mention that price drops are happening at a rate of about 1,000 homes dropping their price per week out of the 7,500 plus active listings that we currently have right now. So this could be 100% on a dropped price. People are continuing to waive inspection on homes between 18 and 21% of the time, and I still very much do not like this. I was in an 8-way offer situation with my buyers this week. They did win the house and they got an inspection despite some others waiving, and it was a darn good thing they did because the sewer line needed repair, and it was to the tune of about $13,000 that the sellers had to pick up. They cannot sell a house with a broken sewer line, so that was kind of like an impasse. Side note is that in the past month or so, there have been 3 sewer lines on transactions that have needed repair. It's expensive. I would not skip this inspection. Escalation clauses are being included in fewer transactions than I have seen in years. However, I am still a huge believer in these. I love them. They have been a winning strategy for me and my buyers in competitive offer situations. In the past half dozen contracts that I have gotten accepted, we have used this successfully for 3 out of the 6, and the others were not actually competitive offers, so we weren't in the mix against anyone else, and we were able to get a better than asking price. And let me tell you, this is a great feeling. I love it. So if you have questions about the market, or if you're wondering about something specific related to Minneapolis or Minnesota, as you consider making your move here, please reach out, because I do love to talk to people that meet me on YouTube. Have a great week. Thanks for watching.